Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him.
Come on, guys, get stopped.
Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage,
oh, come on, man. He knew he was doing that.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
Man, stop it, man. That's a linebacker. Stop it, dog.
45.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A handoff running left, Mixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action with Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
We know what play this is, guys. We know what play this is.
Now Burrow.
Yes, sir. Let's go. And we got to punt it. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Good D. And my rookie. X Factor. There you go. Ugh. Let's go. Big punts. Yes, sir, Truth.
The Bengals bring out their
yes,
punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a little too much mustard.
Way to start it out, guys. That's what we like.
A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Yes, sir.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Play action. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
We got three.
Now Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Man, that's some bullshit, bro. Dog, I've been through that before. He makes the perfect play on it. Stop it, dog. Get the fuck out
That's
of
something he did not do in their victory last week.
Been through that shit. All of a sudden, he makes the perfect play. Stop it, bro. Come on, man.
Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Joe Mixon muscles him off, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now left
That
side
should have been a pick, man. I'm reading that shit. That nigga's favorite play, man.
Down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Burrow looking to pass. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Ravens nothing.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice.
Nigga, that's Mark Andrews, nigga. This nigga fast, nigga.
Let's say week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
After one, 7-0.
From a linebacker, niggas, you crazy? From a linebacker, true? Come on, bro. No
Well, that
deal.
didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run here with Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. Tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at
T87 speed, nigga. Shit, acceleration. You forgot, hold on, but you forgot it's acceleration, what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with acceleration.
It's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals
That's an X-Factor tight end, man.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
Man, stop it. He ain't doing that, dog. Stop it, dog.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Nigga ain't doing that, dog.
One
I
play
ain't saying he is scrub, but he ain't doing all that running over like they got this nigga doing. Come on. Play action, guys. We done seen this 1,000 times. Man, come on, dog. This nigga can catch. That nigga Boyd is not faster than motherfucker whatchamacallit. Come on, Dante Jackson. We done seen that nigga pick that shit so many times. Stop it, dog.
Keep your eyes moving, scan the
Stop
field.
it.
And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Stop it.
Mixon with a first down carry. Finding room to the 20.
Come on, bro. Stop it, bro.
Way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Taylor.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, Andrews has it. What a catch. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
First and 10, Taylor.
Come on, man. Damn, fucking fullback missed the whole block, dog. What the fuck?
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was
perfect. He missed the whole damn line.
Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson being chased out left. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And
come on.
Incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Come on, throwing that shit, dog. Threw that shit a long time ago, bruh.
The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Damn, hold me, man.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Come on.
That was nice work defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Nixon will try the right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan, Coach.
Wow. Perfectly placed ball. Stop it, bro. All my guys right there in the middle. Perfectly placed ball. Get the fuck
well
out.
executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll give it to Mixon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Play action. It's Burrow. This is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
All right, guys, that's cool. We needed that score.
They'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Let's get back in this game, guys.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
From the 24, Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Man, come on with the passes, dog.
Picked off at the 38. And they have possession. And they
terrible
have
pass, man. Come on, Lamar. Fuck, bro.
First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception.
Why do you do that dive like that? Nigga supposed to just jump up and catch it, dog. Nigga does the fucking tumble.
How good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead. And boy, it paid off.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Again, it's Mixon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 97 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational.
You know what play this is. Come on, we done seen this 1,000 times. You know it's just coming. There we go.
He goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
We quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly a 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
Well, I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture.
Man, I'm throwing it, bro. This motherfucker's
down just inside the 10, back at the 9. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Taken from just outside the 30. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to
wow, he caught that.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to lay one up deep.
Come on, that's a big dog.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35.
Man, get the fuck out of here, dog. Get the... Come on, bro. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Come on, bro.
No distance control. You know what else they have?
Come on, bro.
Over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Man, come on, bro. Really?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going up top for Taylor. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon running right through him.
Man, stop it, dog. That's my fucking superstar X Factor safety, dog. Stop it. He's not doing that. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance?
Stop it, bro.
That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up.
Touchdown, Bengals. Complete at the 1. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
117 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Mixon again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to
Stop
get
it,
going.
bro.
And last
Through
time
5
wasn't
picks,
pretty.
fluky
Playing an
picks, man.
interception.
Niggas
We'll
is
see if they can
catching
do
every
better.
fucking pick in the
I want to see
game,
if they
dog.
want to go
Stop
ahead and
it,
throw the
bro.
ball again now on this.
Stop. Oh, man,
On
why
the
can't he
first
snap
play,
the
give the quarterback
ball?
some confidence.
See what happens.
Why they ain't let me snap the ball? Man, what the...
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down and goal. Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Here's Burrow. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Dietrich Wise drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Again, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40. The utter domination here just